Today we are going to flip through our Christmas coloring packet and spend some time adding to the pictures before us with color and depth. This week we're using watercolors or other paints to gradually add little bits of color at a time. When we're working with paints, everything moves more slowly. You can't just fill in one section and move on right away, because the paint is still drying, and if you're not careful, you can smudge it. Even as you add a shade of color, when it dries, the hue might change a bit, and you find there's a new color ever so slightly different. This process doesn't end after you apply the paint. Instead, it continues on a little while as the marks you've made are dried and completed before your very eyes into something new and newly beautiful. As we continue to celebrate Jesus' birth, it can be easy sometimes to move on after Christmas and feel like all of the fun and festivity has been completed, like the main event has already passed. But our celebration of what God has accomplished for us can't just be done because, well, God isn't done coming into our world and into our lives doing something new and beautiful. Even though the story we tell in December of Jesus' birth is a good story, it's not a complete one. Instead, it will continue to grow and bloom, adding some new color into our lives the whole year long. As we worship this morning, pay attention to the surprising ways your painting changes and morphs over time, becoming something different than what you expected. As we pay attention to the ongoing story that God is telling to us in surprising and beautiful ways.